Welcome to the biggest show in the world, Sports Bettors TV.
Oh, yeah, the biggest show in the world is here. What's going on, people? How's everybody doing out there? We are Sports Bettors TV and SportsBettorsTV.com. I'm here right now. I am Rob the Mad Hatter, and I got my boy, The Dream, on the line. What is going on, Playboy?
Say hello to the bad guy. The man that everybody loves to hate is in the house.
Oh.
What's happening, SBTV Nation?
Oh, man, I'm feeling pretty good. Did you happen to get a look at my boy last night?
Hey, guys, guess what? Hatter got a win yesterday. He picked the team that actually won a game, and it wasn't close. Nothing like that. Let's give him a round of applause.
Yeah.
I was going to pick him up a medal today so I could give it to him when we get on the plane for Las Vegas, and he could wear that around his neck as he's feeling himself for getting a game right yesterday.
I hope they got you a whole section on the plane for your head, player. Because you know what, man, I tell you right now, the Indiana Pacers as well, guys. I tried to tell you, they win by 32 points.
I'm sure you know, player.
Oh my God! No, I saw them up 30, and I was it. You know, it was towards the end of the game, but I think they won by 32. I'll let you read the scores off, man, and we'll go from there. But guys. Wow, that's all I got to say. The NBA was pretty good, man. Pretty good. We're ready.
I want to just discuss this one little topic. Little bothered me yesterday. You guys, some of the people saw the tweet. Some of y'all might have missed it. Listen, to put the word value in the same sentence as gambling is a bit of an oxymoron. Because if you valued your money, you wouldn't be gambling with it in the first place, okay? Just so you guys can really understand this concept. Because the bottom line is every time you gamble, you could lose your money. So there's no value in that. So that, in essence, makes the only value in winning, okay? That's right. The only value in the whole thing is winning. So please fall back with the value term.
I concur. Unless you say that something has no value, like a 2,500 money line or something like that. I could see you using that word in that sentence. But other than that, I get it. You know what I mean?
A $2,500 money line does have value.
Yeah, if you put 10 teams with it.
If you put up 2,500, you're going to win 100. So you just made $100 if they win. There is value in that.
Oh, man. Good morning to everybody that's out there with the hashtag SBTVNation. Kid, I saw winning tickets for days when I got in this morning, man. I wasn't on Twitter much last night. Jumped on for a few minutes there, but, man, everybody's out there rocking and rolling through it and cashing. And I hope you guys are cashing and stacking your money for Las Vegas because we are going to have an absolute ball out there.
No
That's
doubt.
all I got to say.
My man, Cash Action Bets, this thing we do. My man, Dang VK, Almighty Kev, Deeks Picks. Papa Smurf is back. Hot again at the right time. My boy hit a couple of big plays last night. Hit his Gonzaga. I am real happy for him. I know he's feeling himself. Good morning to you, baby boy. Glad to have you back. Dave Wood is in the house. Songski is out there. Jay Snyder, the Queen of Odds. Rainmaker 512, my boy the Kid. Louis Barrios is out there. Maxwell 48, Johnny Flipoff, Tony Enab, Sir Mata, and Jay Pimpin Sports. Also Wicked Odds Dante, Vince Parker, Vegas Girl 92661. Good morning, SBTV Nation. It's your boy.
All day. We got Snoopy Bets out there. I got Rigetti. I got Real Picks. I got Sylvia. Total Sports Edge. I got Guy Shea. Thank you very much, brother. You're always retweeting our stuff, and I really appreciate it. Clown Man Swag I got out there with the hashtag SBTV Nation in his profile pic now. Love it. I got Buster Carr. I got P for Prez. I got Razor Ramon, Jay Smith, Sir Mata, Phillies Picks. Jim Rohn is a douche. The Nonstop Sports Picks, James Harrelson, Terry Kohler, Chad Peterson, Bluntmaster, C. Rodriguez Jr., Almighty Kev, Ben, Mo, and the list goes on and on and on and on and on. That's right, baby. The biggest show in the world is here, and we are having so much fun because not only are we doing the show and having a blast, but, you know, we're winning some money here, so we're feeling pretty good, and we got some...
You know what I'm saying? You wake up in the morning, man, you see all these picks of all these money line parlays, you know, and meanwhile, everybody's running around talking about there's no value in that. Dude, Kid rocks. All right?
You know what I noticed?
saying?
You know what I noticed, man, is that
there's no value in, dog, not to cut you off. There's no value in losing a nasty straight play versus the spread. That's what there's no value in.
I feel you, man. I feel you. Hey, Yodo, what's going on, man? Welcome back to the party, kid. And yeah, just a bunch of stuff here. I mean, I'm looking at it, and I've got everybody else here, man. I got JP, I got winning picks, Nicholas, Jay, Irvin's out there, 55 to win 50. Damn, guys. Jay Rich, the mayor. Whoa, man, we are flying high 6 minutes into the show.
Page on top of page of guys winning. The nation is moving. We are like, last night I said it, we are like the Borg. All right? For those of y'all who don't know what a Borg is, it's some nonsense because I'm a little bit of a science fiction buff, but they were the group on Star Trek that were like this cohesive entity that, was taking over the world, and they started that whole resistance is futile thing, and that's what we are, guys. We're going to win any way, any means necessary. If it's a pleaser, we'll use it. If it's a teaser, we'll use it. Money lines we'll use, straight plays, any way necessary to win. We don't discriminate, all right? It's about winning.
That's it, baby. That's it. So looking forward to it. And I'm looking forward to going to Las Vegas in 8 days, kid. Well, how about that, man? I can't wait. A week from tomorrow, you and I will be flying in and landing on the ground in Sin City. And we're going to be partying with all these crazy people we talk to every single day, kid, in the hashtag SBTVNation. That's going to be taking over the MGM Grand Casino, kid. I can't wait to get out there. First day of the tourney, guys. You know what I'm saying? They should declare that like a national holiday because I know none of you guys are working on Thursday. You know what I mean? Once a game starts at 12 o'clock, you kind of just check right out. So that's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're going to be rocking over there, kid.
It's going to be absolutely insane. And we're in the place where, hey, guys, listen, just so you know, Vegas is the last place on earth that's still a smoker's paradise.
Oh, yeah. If you're a smoker, man, you're gonna be loving it.
Speaking of smokers, because if you're a smoker, though, here's my other dude. Have you noticed people with them electronic cigars?
Son, I see people that don't take that thing out of their mouth.
That's what I was just getting ready to discuss. You went from smoking like, a pack a day maybe, which meant you smoked like, I don't know, once an hour, once every half an hour, here and there with a cigarette, right? Now, the people with the electronic cigarettes, it's like a piece of their body. It's either in their hand or in their mouth around the clock.
I don't get that. I don't understand what that's all about.
It catches them. Oh, it's only vapors. I'm like, dog, but can you put it down though for 2 seconds?
I agree, man. It's like you got like an oral fixation or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, relax with that thing.
I can't wait till 4 years from now. Everybody with the electronic cigarettes have caught some other type of cancer that's like even worse than lung cancer. That's
bad. Yeah, no, it's bad, dude. I think that's bad for you. I really do. I can't see how that's good for you guys. I mean,
they claim that it's not, because I got quite a few people that I know that do it, and I'm like, dude, could you please just get that thing out of here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. But hey, you know what? Hey, I guess it's a better alternative right now as we speak. So. Hey.
I swear that a couple of them have figured out how to put like crack in there. They got like some kind of liquid form of crack in there. That thing's like really a crack pipe. You know what I'm saying? You got like.
I know, man. I know.
But anyway,
right, guys.
So let's get into the scores.
Yeah, real quick before you do that, I got my man G Rose. It's his birthday. He's listening to the biggest show in the world at work, kid. What's going on? I got Direct Sports Solutions. I got the Evil Geniuses out there listening in, and Clown Man Swag saying money is money, regardless. No
Everybody
doubt.
Everybody on Twitter don't feel that way though, especially the guys that lost with straight plays. So now to the scores.
What you got?
The Pacers, Hatters 5-star yesterday. Hatter, I know you feeling yourself, boy, about this.
My head is not as big as yours though. It's just a fraction of yours.
Dog, I mean, you hit one. I hit like 9 to 10.
Whatever, kid. Wait till I slide my futures in, and you're like, oh, you're doing all this work over the course of the season, and I make that in one tournament. Bang, boom.
I'm gonna grab you. Oh, speaking of that, I put in some future plays yesterday, just so you know, you're gonna be proud of me. I'll reveal that a little bit later on in the show, and I am gonna go out and get you a decoder ring for your stellar performance last night and picking the Indiana Pacers, who beat the Orlando Magic 118 to 86. We had the Pelicans over the Nets 111 to 91. The Cavaliers, which Haddle also loved the Cavaliers because he loves LeBron James, 127 to 94. The Spurs beat the Raptors, and I think somebody here mentioned that the Spurs are probably going to win that game.
Yeah, you did.
I don't know who that could be. I ain't going to take. I know somebody else said that the Utah Jazz had no business giving 13 to 14 points or whatever their spread was yesterday, and they beat the Knicks by 5 points. And then, guys, just so you know, real quickly, because I'm not really going to pat myself on the back, but the Lakers beat the Pistons yesterday, 93 to 85.
Oh my God! All this happened? Wow.
And hold on, let me just say something. The Pacers beating the Magic is really not a big surprise to anyone, but the Lakers beating the Pistons,
but
whatever.
No, you know what? That was a good pick, though. That was a good play.
No doubt.
Because Lake Show is. I know they stink, but they're kind of they're in the games that they should win. Or I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. They're in the games that where they're playing sub 500 teams. They're in all those games, and they're actually in some of the games where they're playing above 500 teams as well.
Jackets over the Hurricanes 4-3. The Rangers beat the Island 2-1 yesterday. The Stars over the Flyers 2-1 as well. Go ahead. The Bruins over the Senators 3-1. The Lightning beat the Canadians 1-0. The Wild beat the Devils 6-2. The Blues over the Jets 5-4, and I did like the Blues yesterday. And the Kings beat the Avalanche 5-2. And that's what you had go down on the ice. As far as basketball was concerned, with the men yesterday in the NCAA tournament, a couple of games of note. Boston College beat Georgia Tech 66-65 in an absolutely awful game. Virginia Tech beat Shaky Wake 81-80 in another absolutely horrible game. Robert Morris beat St. Francis 66-63, as I know some of you might have jumped on that. Saw a lot of Princeton action over Pennsylvania, 73-52. North Dakota State beat South Dakota State 57-56, and a little bit of a surprise there. And Gonzaga laid the smackdown on BYU, 91-75. Valparaiso also beat Green Bay 54-44, and those are your. I want to give out the Grambling one. Alcorn State beat Grambling 66-52 as well.
All right, man. So big day in hooping. Big day coming up today, man. Looking forward to it. And guys, just so you know, we did some conference matchup videos on SBR Forum, kid. We went and broke down them all, so take a look at that. I did retweet those and put those out there as well. And damn, man, ready to get cracking with these.
Very ready to get cracking. I don't really know why Five Dizzles does not have the North Carolina Boston College game to further agitate me. They want to have games all the way up until the 12th, but just they don't have this game, which is at 2 o'clock today. Does anybody know if there's something going on with Boston College?
Yeah. We need to find out what's going on with either North Carolina or BC because none of the books have it yet. I'm not seeing it anywhere.
All right, let's see what we can find out. Nation, let us know. Please hit us up and let us know what's going on. Is somebody being held by the police?
Maybe, man. I got Marlon out there. Got Odds Hustle. I got Immaculate, Julio Prado, Face Kickers out there. Spot Bet is out there. What is going on, guys? Thank you for retweeting our show, as always. Rainmaker says that Get Money track always gets him amped, kid. No doubt. Hey, speaking of Rainmaker, you're my go-to guy for a lot of information. Why do we not have a BC and North Carolina line yet, man? Let me see if you can answer that question for us because we're looking forward to hearing the answer on that. But let's jump right into the NCAA basketball, Playboy. How about that?
Let's jump in.
I just saw a big line change here on SportsBettersTV.com. Guys, take a look at our website. All the best lines are there. You can click on the team and see what all the lines are, but we're showing you the best one. And if you click on the little icon there, it'll show you exactly where to bet the best line. So take a look at that. Florida State, Clemson today in the tournament matchup. Either team you can get at a +1 if you shop the line. Under over 123 to 121 to 123. Dream, I really hope. I know that you were talking about having a side here. I don't like this game. I think we should stay away from it, but let me hear what you got.
No, I absolutely agree with you. We should stay away from it. But I am leaning. I mean, I give out my opinion. I mean, even though we should stay away, my opinion is that I happen to think that Clemson is the better of the two. It's going to be an absolute dreadful game. I don't know why anybody would bet on it because it doesn't really favor either of the two awful teams. But I do think Clemson is the better of the two bad teams, kind of based on who they played and how they've played and how they've lost in comparison with how Florida State has done it. And I like Clemson's backcourt just a little bit more than I like Florida State. So. Towards Clemson. I don't love it. I'm not playing it. My money's not on it. But if you guys are getting down, the dream is kind of leaning towards Clemson.
All right. So, and you know what? They have a little bit of rest, too, where the other team just played yesterday. So that's something to take into consideration as well.
Florida State played yesterday?
No. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm looking at the wrong team, dude. I'm looking at BC. My bad. Okay. All right. So so you got that going on there. Florida International, UTSA. UTSA is -4, under over 134, basically all across the board. I haven't watched either one of these teams, so I couldn't really give you an opinion on these.
Me neither.
Yep. All right. So so we'll look at the next one here and see what we got. I'm just pulling up all
You could
games.
roll down to, if you don't mind, I'll guide you. Why don't we go next to North Carolina, Boston College?
All right.
But we got no spread, so that's going to be a little bit of a headache. Well, here, I don't know if anybody thinks that Boston College is going to win today. Barring, like, the whole starting five in North Carolina being injured with the flu, in jail, or missing, North Carolina should be able to beat Boston College, even with the other five on the bench. And probably if a few fans want to jump in the game and take a couple of shots, they should be able to beat Boston College today.
Let's see. Papa Smurf said they can't. The line. There's no line because the books can't figure out what number to give. They're all getting in an auction to figure it out.
They should put the points on a wheel and spin it.
Yeah, right. -25. He's thinking. Let's see. Just pulling up something else, guys. All right, so taking a look at this, Robert Kennedy is out there. He's having a difficulty listening to the show, man. Go to sportsbetterstv.com or go to Spreaker.com, and that's where you can find it, brother. Let's see, taking a look, you got Air Force coming in. We got New Mexico. They're playing each other. New Mexico is -2.5, under over 120.5. I liked New Mexico last year. This year, I don't. I'm not feeling them at all. Air Force, I've watched them once, but it's just a tough game, man. I have no opinion on it. I really don't. So scrolling down to the next one, and I'm sure, Dream, have you been betting on these teams?
Yeah, I have. Yeah. When the football versions.
I got you. All right. So we're scrolling to the next.
And losing is that, as the kid is always quick to point out to me when I'm feeling myself, he always points out how I didn't do that well in football season. I'm like, well, wait a minute, I still was plus football season, but he points out how I lost, the Oklahoma, the national title game, and thank you very much, kid, for constantly pointing that out.
Well, you lost the SBTV 500 to the evil genius too.
I know. he, like I said, points that out to me as I keep telling him how I murdered February and half of March already with the college hoop. He just puts me right back in my place, telling me how, well, 3 months ago you weren't that dope.
We got Washington State and Cal. Cal is 17-14, 1-5 straight up in the last 6 games, though. But they're, in the last 5 playing Washington State, they are 4-1. Washington State is 13-17. I don't know about this. I don't know about this game, dude. What's your thoughts? I mean, Washington State played the Utes a little tough the other night, but
they beat them.
No, that was Washington that beat them. Washington State was up the whole game and lost at the end. Washington is the team that beat them. But I don't know, man. I mean, when you get into these nasty ones, it's like it's really tough. You know what I mean? So I think we'll keep it moving. Someone just hit me up, wants us to talk a little NFLs. We will definitely go into that right after we're done with the college hoop, because there was a massive trading day yesterday, man. Unbelievable. Let's just scroll down. Got Penn State, Nebraska.
There's no value. If you're an Eagle fan, there's no value for you right now in that.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Playboy. Wow.
Which, by the way, the kid's an Eagle fan, so while you kept bothering me about my football, I kept being like, well, dude, this year I'm going to be real good because I'm just going to bet against the Eagles every week.
What is Chip doing, by the way, man?
I don't
know. But he's got something up his sleeve. He's got to. You know what I mean? So
if you're not in college anymore, if you don't like guys and you don't like their personalities in the NFL, you can't just get rid of them. You're not in college. It doesn't work that way in the NFL. Unfortunately, the dudes with the big contracts and the bad attitudes, you got to deal with them in the NFL.
Yeah, right. You know
what
exactly.
I'm saying? Chip seems to be like one of them dudes, like, if you're, questioning my system, or if you're not, then kick rocks. Dude, you're going to be out of there like Spurrier was, like, a bunch of Saban, a bunch of cats that had them attitudes don't coach in the NFL no more, because you just, they ain't feeling when you like that. So I don't know what my man is doing. Hopefully he's got a game plan. I mean, obviously he's going for Mariota. I hope that this kid turns out to be everything you want. I don't know what you're going to do with him in place, surrounded by nothing.
Yeah, right. That's going to be real tough.
You know what I mean? But hey, whatever. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so scrolling to the next, like we said, we got Penn State, Nebraska. You know what? Nebraska stinks.
Yep.
But I have a feeling that they could sneak this game.
I'm very high. I wanted to discuss this game. Nebraska has a good point guard system. They've got this kid Shields, who's pretty good. I watched him extensively against this Maryland team. They were very much in that Maryland game. Actually, in the back of my mind, I was really shocked to see how well Nebraska played. So they are definitely capable of beating Penn State, and I think they're going to knock Penn State off today. I got to be honest with you. I doubt if I'll have my money involved in the game, but I really think that Nebraska can win this game, as Nebraska does not settle for jump shots. They generally are trying to take the ball to the hoop, and it's a higher percentage when you take it into the paint and you're not settling for jump shots, and they don't. And I like that about them, and I honestly think that they got a good fighter's chance, a puncher's chance against Penn State today. I'm leaning Nebraska.
Yeah, and they got that kid Petaway too. That's pretty good.
Yep, and he got Petaway. That's pretty good.
You know what I mean? And, taking a look at this here, Penn State is 16-15, 2-5 against the spread in the last 7 games, and 1-6 straight up in the last 7. Nebraska has been pretty horrific. 1-6-1 against the spread in the last 8, 0-5 straight up in the last 5 games. But they are 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 games when playing Penn State. It's probably got to go back, a year or two, a couple of years actually. But yeah,
they played Maryland I was very impressed with the way they played Maryland. They played Maryland very tough. They would not settle for jump shots. They got into the paint. Maryland, like I said, they've just got, they've got a couple of pieces to the puzzle because they are Nebraska's a football school, Maryland's a basketball school, okay? And you could tell this was quite evident when they played each other just by the recruiting. And, if it wasn't for a couple of Maryland's pieces that are just, dynamic superstars, as in my man Trimble, their guard, Nebraska might have won that game. But I'll tell you, they are a feisty bunch. If they come to play, they don't settle for jump shots. And I love a team that won't settle for jump shots and want to take the ball inside because it's a lot higher percentage that you're going to get that basket. So I am definitely leaning Nebraska, guys. But I don't know if I'll have my money on it, but that's my lean.
All right, going to the next one here. Let's see. So scrolling down, there's some better games at night. So, taking a look at it just to read through. I mean, you got Nevada, UNLV. I'm not saying that's a great one, but UNLV's getting 9. UNLV should beat Nevada. Going down here.
I'd like to discuss, not to cut you off, but I am sorry. I'd like to discuss NC State, Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's a later game, but if you want to jump forward to that, we can do that.
Okay. I really like NC State today.
Yeah.
I like NC State to beat Pitt. I haven't thought that Pitt was a good team at all this season for the most part. I think this NC State is a lot better than Pitt. And if you look at NC State's resume, okay?
Oh, yeah, big time.
They beat number 9 Louisville, all right? They beat Florida State. They beat Duke, okay? They also beat... Let's see. There's one more win that's impressive that they've had.
North Carolina.
Oh yeah, they beat wow. Beat North Carolina. Yes.
Yeah.
They beat North Carolina. So I like I said, and by the way, they've also beat Pitt already. So I really like this NC State team. I think that they can get it done. I don't really think that it'll be a game in question. I honestly don't think you have the money line here. I think you can take the 3 and you're going to be good. I would obviously buy that hook off of it, get that half a point off of it, which is just smart, gambling. I think it's smart anyway. I'm sure somebody will tell me how there's no value in taking a half a point off. But I honestly think that NC State can run away with this game. So if you guys are interested, I think it's one you might want to put on your radar. I will definitely have my money on this game as I've bet it already. And I did, but I did money line it.
All right, yeah, you got NC State is 6-1 against the spread in the last 7 games, dude. 19-12 record. Pitt is losers of 3 straight games, 1-4 against the spread in the last 6. And Pittsburgh is not home, guys. That seems to be like the game, the place where they can win, and on the road they're just not. They don't do it for me. So,
and it don't matter because if you know your boy The Dream and been listening, you remember like 5 days ago Miami ran up in their house and I gave that to you and they beat them in their own house. So that's letting you know how they are. And this NC State team's gonna get it done today. Go ahead and take NC State like your boy said.
All right, Sir Mata's telling me that there's a tennis tourney today. So guys, hit up him and see what he's got to say about that. Let's see what else. Somebody else. Rainmaker was saying that they're waiting on the status of Meeks for UNC. He's listed as doubtful at the moment, so that's why the line is not out yet. They're trying not to get middled by people like us.
Oh, that will be cool though, because if Meeks doesn't play, then the line will be, it's going to be a little lighter. They'll probably knock 5 points off of it, so it'll be like 20 instead of 25.
No doubt. Then you get some better value, Dream.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right. We got.
I'm all about value gambling.
We got.
We guys at the supermarket.
We got Rutgers playing Minnesota. Minnesota minus 10 points, under over 136 to 136.5. I know the Rutgers stink. I know Minnesota's halfway decent, but I don't know if I agree with Minnesota giving all them points. Minnesota probably wins the game. I would not touch the point spread. I don't even know if I like this game in a money line because who the hell knows with this Minnesota team? They're so sporadic. I mean, they've been in spots where they've given 12 points this year and lost on the court at home. So, I don't know. Rutgers does stink. So, I know probably the majority of you guys are going to be on Minnesota, but Good luck with that. That's all I got to say. I'm staying far. I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole, player.
Me neither.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. All right. We got the next one here is, let's see, TCU at Kansas State. Kansas State -2, under over 120 to 120.5. This is a tough game here. TCU is scrappy, and so is Kansas State. So I don't really know what to make of this game, brother. What's on?
Yeah. I don't like it either. I'm sorry. I gave you guys the two I love today. I love NC State. I got a small lean on Nebraska. We can't get the North Carolina line, but I obviously think they're going to kill Boston College. And that's about it for me with this college hoop today. Even though I do have I got two other slight leans, and that would be Seton Hall and Mississippi State.
Seton Hall and Mississippi State, huh?
Yep.
Very interesting, man. Okay, talk to me about those games.
Well, Seton Hall has been underachieving this year. They were supposed to be a lot better than they are, but they were pesky in a bunch of spots. They actually beat Villanova this season. They have under their belt. Marquette has not played well, and the line is low. It's only -1 for Seton Hall, which I know probably has some people screaming, set up. So take a look at it, see what you think. It's not a strong play for me, but I think Seton Hall is a better team than Marquette, and I think they'll beat Marquette rather easily. I don't have a problem with that game. I'm not going to get my money involved, but what I would recommend is if you guys want to play a couple teams and get a teaser and get some points involved, getting Seton Hall, plus like 4 points, you probably can't go wrong.
Okay. All right, I see it. But let's take a look at what else we got here. You got Marquette is Seton Hall -1. 131 is what I got right now for a total. Colorado's playing Oregon State. I'm surprised that Colorado's given 3.5 to them, to be honest with you. Under over is 114 to 114.5. What a low total on that one, dude.
I've seen this Oregon State team play. I have not seen a lot of Colorado. I saw a little bit of them. Oregon State is pretty good. They got Gary Payton's son plays for them. I watched him play. Wait a minute. Is it Oregon State? Oh, yeah, Oregon State. Gary Payton's son plays for them. And I watched him play Oregon in a very tight game. This is a little head scratcher because this line that's a funny line. I'm actually a little bit surprised you're right. That's a pretty good point there.
It's very low.
It is I'm surprised Oregon State is getting points.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm surprised they're getting points in the total so low. So we got to take a look at that and maybe look at some injuries and maybe we could expose it a little bit. Next one we got here, let's see, I'm just going to read these lines because I don't really have an opinion on these. St. Louis to Duquesne -3.5. Western Michigan's playing Akron. Akron's -2. Creighton's playing DePaul. Creighton -4. DePaul's a little pesky. That's all I can say about that. Texas Tech, Texas. Texas given 11, dude. I don't think they have any business giving anybody 11. Texas Tech is a little pesky, man. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, they're a little pesky. I think Texas could be. I wouldn't give 11 with Texas, but Texas definitely could beat them by 11. If you're going to get involved with Texas, you got to get rid of the points. But Texas is going to win the game.
See, here's where it gets tricky, guys, because you have these teams like Texas Tech and the Ohio State University and Iowa State and whatnot that like to blow the door, like to play really, really well at home. And then when they go on the road, they're just terrible. I mean, I don't want to put them in the same category, but, like Texas Tech, for instance, I'll put them in a better category. Let's put them in a category with Nebraska. When they go on the road, they average like 55 points or something like awful. But then when they're home, they're just a better team. You got a team like Tech that, they'll upset you when you play in their building. You know what I mean? But now you're in a neutral court. So it throws you way off here. So I'd like to just see how they perform in a neutral court, but I got to be honest with you. I don't know if Texas has any business giving 11. I don't see it, and I'm going to watch it, but if I had to lean and you had to put a gun to my head, I'd take the points.
Dude.
Yo.
I love Oregon State.
Plus the points, kid?
Yeah, I love Oregon State. I don't get it. I don't know why they're
You got to
getting
do
plus.
some more homework, though.
I know. No, I'm looking at it now. I know Oregon State lost their last 3 games, but they lost to Stanford, Cal, and Oregon. Okay, they've already beat Colorado. Do you know that Oregon State beat Arizona?
Yeah.
Yeah, Oregon State. Listen, I'm loving Oregon State, guys. You're gonna see Oregon State from me tonight on Twitter at some point. It's a 9:00 start. I'm gonna try to get a hold of it before this line moves or changes. As soon as I start mentioning something, the nation gets out there and starts getting busy hammering them lines, and all of a sudden lines start moving. Because I'm gonna tell you something. The other day with that Predator game, we might have not moved the line in Vegas, but I tell you what, we moved 5 dimes this line because it was minus 215 when I took it. By the end of the night, it was minus 245, and they didn't even offer it as a live option because we preach money line parlays, and everybody with a money line parlay got the tweet that if you had it, you could hedge out of it. As Hatter said, you're better off hedging. You know what? I want to talk about this. I'm sorry. I got to stop myself right in the middle of this. Okay, you guys understand the 3-team parlay concept where you got 3 teams. First 2 teams win. You're waiting on the last team, okay? So now we always say, if you want to make money no matter what and you don't want to gamble, go the opposite way, hedge your way out of it. Hatter comes in and brings up an even better idea, okay? You got a 3-team parlay going, all right? So you won the first 2, now you want to get out of it. What's smart is to sit and watch the live line. If you get a situation where the underdog should get scored on. In this case, okay, let's use the exact example. We had the Predators left, all right?
Yep.
When Predators scored their first goal, the money line then shot on the live line. It would have shot up, I believe it shot up to like plus 350, you said?
It was plus 4.25, dude.
It was plus 4.25. So you could have only got it before the live. If you bought it before the game started, you were getting it plus 195, okay? But if you waited till after the Preds had already went up, and then you took who was
the
it?
Coyotes.
You took the Coyotes. You had them plus 425. So now you've increased your value even more, where you're putting up even less money to make more money. Now that is a stellar way to gamble right there. And I hope you guys are understanding what I'm trying to say. However, 5 dimes took the live game off the board. You weren't able to do that in that particular game. And I do believe it has something to do with the level of action that was put on that game and put on the Predators.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, you got to shop your books because, I use a ton of them. And I was able to find it at certain places, but that's what you got to do. You know what I mean? So
I'm a big proponent of that now. He's at, I might have shook my head at that in the beginning, but watching a little bit of the shaky the way that we've been being treated by the books with a couple little things, I'm starting to feel Hatter with the multiple sport book usage.
Yeah, absolutely. And in that situation, when you were up 1-0, you plug in your Coyote play. Even though the Coyotes lost, it was a stomachache, dude. It could have went either way. If you once you plug that in, let's say your money line parlay is going to pay $400 or something like that. Let's say it pays even money, right?
Right.
So then all you got to do is take $100 and put it on the Coyotes, and now you're laughing no matter what. You're good.
You're laughing. You're making $300 no matter what. That's how that works, gang. Listen. My man, I got to give that. I'm going to give you some props about. And I meant to point this out to the nation. In fact, somebody yesterday even hit me up and said that we should talk about that on the show again. Because I know we've talked about hedging in the past with you guys, but it's something that, we got some new people on board and some new people just getting involved. That's one of the other beautiful options of the money line parlay when you got multiple teams. If you can get the first 2, if you're playing a 3-team or 4-team or whatever, if you get the first bunch of it to win and you're waiting on one team, you can go the other way and you're guaranteed to pay out no matter what, which is just, that's sound. You talk about value, now there's value in that.
Somebody just hit us up and said, Dream said value. Value in winning. That's all we got to say about that. We got, let's see, going down, we got Michigan and the Illini. That's tomorrow. That's tomorrow. My bad.
I was going
My
to say,
bad. All right.
that.
Missouri, South Carolina. A lot of people are plugging South Carolina in this spot. 8.5 point favorites under over 119.5. You know what, man? This South Carolina team, it's tough to gauge them. It's really tough to gauge them. I watched them the other night, and I was like, when they're playing somebody really, really dusty, I might take a shot.
Missouri is it, though.
Yeah, I know. But I'm more careful with these conference matchups, you know what I mean?
Right, because they know each other a lot better.
They know each other very well. So we'll see. And I want to say that, let's just take a look at what's happened in these previous matchups. But somebody alerted me that I think that Missouri's beaten them already. Take a look here and see. I can't pull that up right now.
I'm pulling it up. I got it. Hold on one second. Here we go. And Missouri has got, my God, Missouri's got a plethora of losses. Well, South Carolina has already beat Missouri.
Oh, okay.
65-60, and they did that on February 10th. Let me see if they played again. I don't see them playing anywhere else. Nope.
Okay. All right, so my bad on that. Think I got to do my own homework before I listen to, some people out there. All right. Let's see. All right, so that's going to do it for the college hoop, guys. So we're going to take a look right now. What do you want to do? You want to do
No, NBA's, dude.
All right. So let me pull that up. The computer's moving a little bit slow, guys. I apologize about this. Let's get into the NBAs and see what we got. Now, I just want to put something out there about my boy. All right? Now, Cleveland seems to be like this team after they have a big win. Last night they played a marquee team in Dallas. We got to be careful on their next game. I've been watching it. It's almost like a trend. But the good news is that they're not playing till tomorrow. But they're playing the Spurs, and we got to be careful of that one. That's all I got to say about that. I have a feeling, though, my boy with a day off and playing, the team that embarrassed them last year, he may have a little bit to play for tomorrow night. But we'll get into this. But we got the nasty Bulls coming into the 76ers. The line's anywhere from 6 to 6.5, under over 188 to 188.5. Dude, talk to me about this nasty Bulls team, please.
I tell you the same thing when I talk about them all the time. They're nasty, so there's nothing really to talk about. I don't know how they're scoring because they lost their scorer. They do got Gasol there, and he's up and down when he wants to play well and doesn't want to play well. But they are better than the 76ers are. Even all that being said, but I don't know why you'd want to gamble on this game. I lean the Bulls only because I know that they're better than the Sixers, and it's one of those situations. There's a team they can beat, so they should beat them. But who knows what's going to happen? Don't go near it. Get out of it. I doubt if anybody's going to really mess with the NBA tonight with all the college going on. But we could quickly, just run through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I started bet. I'm sure you guys know out there, and Dream, I don't just have one winner. I have a plethora of winners as well. The Philadelphia 76ers, I started betting them at home after Sugar Shane Bredinius hooked me up with them. And I've been liking that, you know what I mean? But now with the Bulls coming in, they're only getting 6.5 points. That's the best I could find. So the line is it's adjusted to that, you know what I mean, with their home, home performance. So it's only 6.5. So you know what? I'm not going to bet it tonight. I'm going to stay away from it.
All I know with your plethora of winners, player, is every time you give me one.
That's because you're the mush, kid. You mush my teams. You mushed me with Yale. You mushed me with
yeah, that's what I know.
You mushed me with Dookies in football
on Friday night.
Yeah,
the Cavs.
Yeah. I did not tell you to bet that game, by the way. All of a sudden, I'm getting ready to go out and meet my boy. Right. All of a sudden, he hits me up with a text with a photo. Look at what I did with your boy. I'm like, oh. Damn.
Sure enough, I get to the bar and this boy wants to beat out Ted. My man Hatter got his head down. Ordering a tuna tartare that I wanted to smash him in the head with.
That tuna tartare is off the chain here, by the way. All right, Sacramento coming into Charlotte. What a nasty game that is. 6.5 points is Charlotte being favored. Under over 199. Memphis coming into Boston. The Memphis Grizzlies minus 4.5 to 5, under over 193 to 193.5. And I got to tell you, Memphis the other night versus the Bulls, they couldn't miss, bro. They hit like every shot. It was it was unbelievable. So, I'd like to see them do that again, but Boston is a really pesky team, so you got to really be careful.
Especially at home, but the Grizzlies should beat them.
The Grizzlies should beat them, but I'm not betting that. No way.
No, me neither. Nope.
We got, let's see. We got Brooklyn and Miami tonight. There's no line yet.
There's no line because yesterday Brooklyn got, I believe, 2 injuries. Check your injury report. They got like 2 more guys down. I saw a guy get carted off or they carried somebody off the court yesterday. I just happened to catch that. So check your injuries in that game as they are down another 2, and it might be, you might want to take the Heat. I don't know. You got to check the line, do your homework. If you're interested in it, it might be something to keep an eye on. I'm not going nowhere near it. I don't really get into going crazy over teams when they lose guys, but you may.
Brooklyn got blown out too.
Yeah,
they got smoke showed. You know what I mean? And I was actually looking at them and saying, they're due a win at some point. But I was actually really surprised that they got blown out last night. Because they were up right out the gate, like 23-11. I was like, this team should be all right. But they ended up losing the game and getting smoke showed. You got the Clippers coming into OKC tonight. OKC minus 7, under over 209, kid. OKC, I don't know about this game, man. I think I don't know what to make of the Clippers.
I like the Clippers with 7, and you guys know I don't usually do that. But to be honest with you, I don't think OKC should be giving the Clippers 7 points.
I don't think so either. It all depends on Russ Westbrook hitting his shots or not. You know what I mean?
Because he likes to take shots or not. He's going to allot for. That's fine. He's allotting for 35 to 41 points. Okay, where's the rest of the points coming from?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I like the make sure that the Clippers at least got Crawford back in the lineup. I'm hoping he's back. If Crawford's back, I know Barnes is back, and I know people made a big deal about Barnes. And I struggle with him because I remember him being horrible with the Lakers, but he has played a lot better with the Clippers. I think that's too many points. I'm not playing it, but I do think it's too many points. OKC giving the Clippers, as I think the Clippers can win on the court, by the way. Take a look, do your homework, make sure if you guys like it. Hey, my lean is to the Clippers.
Okay, all right, but you're not betting it.
No, I'm not betting. It's too much college. I'm not, dude. Only so much money to be putting out there.
All right, I got you. Orlando coming into the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks minus 8, 194.5. Watch the Bucks be in a tight game in overtime or something with this crap. So I'm staying away from the Bucks. I am not going anywhere near them. Taking a look at them. Let's see. Got a suspension going on in Miami, I guess, so that's what they're waiting for on the line. My man Vegas Vank hooked me up with that. Let's see. Atlanta playing Denver. Atlanta giving 6 at Denver. 208.5 is the line. Don't like that game at all because you never know what team you're going to get. They did lose to the Sixers recently, so I know they had a couple guys sitting and all that, but they should have beat the Sixers. You got Minnesota coming into Phoenix. Kid, Phoenix is giving Minnesota 3.5.
Okay.
Minnesota is not, I'm looking at it, and Minnesota's not that bad, and Phoenix is not that good. So, I don't know, guys. Nasty game there. 210 is the under over there. Houston Rockets playing Portland. Portland minus 2.5 to 3. Under over 206 to 207. Tight game. I think Portland wins.
Portland needs to win that game to make a statement. It's a playoff matchup in their future. They've been off a couple of games, I think. So I would be surprised if Portland didn't find a way to win that game. They really need to find a way to win that game. I'm going to flash back to the Sun game real quick. Guys, remember the Suns don't score in the third quarter. If you want to bet them against them in the third quarter, I think you might cash that ticket tonight. I'm not doing it because I'm loving college, and I'm probably going to be on that Oregon State game. So I'm not going to be involved in the NBA. I'm just not. You have to, limit yourself to some stuff. And tonight won't be a focus on NBA, as I'll be trying to really get involved with the college, because I also like watching the games that I wager on as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I'm a big proponent of that, guys. There's nothing worse than doing the game cast when you got money on the game. Try to watch it.
Yeah, the Gamecast is the worst.
Gamecast is the worst, absolutely.
Well, I love when you get that 10-minute delay and you keep refreshing, and it's basketball, so you know scoring is going on. It's not like football. You know what I mean? You know scoring is going on. Then you see a flash, and now your team was up 2, but the next time you get a refresh, they're down 12.
I know, that's crazy. It's crazy. All right.
What just happened?
Oh, dude, and that's what would happen with Yale the other night, man. They were up the whole game, and all of a sudden you refresh it, and it says final. They lost. I'm like, what? I was like, oh.
I know. I was right there with you with your plethora of winners.
Kid, kick rocks, man. All right. You know what? I'm gonna be like, I
love you, dog. You know that.
I'm gonna be like one of these guys. Hey, I challenge you to let's do some picks. You know, come on, man.
And I know you know better than that. Unlike them who don't know me, I know you know me.
Son, how do you owe Dr. Dan 2 bottles of Ciroc then?
You are dirty for that one, boy. That's a dirty one.
That's below the belt, son.
That was ugly. Touche.
I just want to know if you're so dope. You know, why do you owe Dr. Dan 2 bottles of Ciroc, player?
Because we was wagering during football season.
Oh man, funny. Detroit.
I ain't been able to catch Funk Doc at all this basketball season either.
I know he's been, doing a little bit. He did a little bit of work over the weekend. You got Golden State minus 14 playing Detroit. Golden State's at home, 14 to 14.5. Under over 204.5 to 205.5. Dude, Golden State is sick. They're really good.
Yeah, they are.
They're really good. They're really good. I'm surprised that you don't like them out of the West.
No, I'm starting to like them, but I just, it's not that I don't like them. It's that I don't like their, I said they're a young team. They make, they take some shots that I don't appreciate, but I'm beginning to like them a bit more as the season is maturing. I think so are they. So we'll keep an eye on them. When the time comes, we'll know. We'll see the matchups. And I like them to get to the conference final. I'm just wondering who they're going to get matched up against. A couple of teams I expected to play a little bit better haven't been, as in the Clippers, but they've been banged up. If the Spurs are there, we'll see. But let's see. Once we get there, we'll know a little bit more.
Yeah, I think, and even the Grizzlies haven't been doing it for me either. You know what I mean? I thought the Grizzlies would be a real good push. I mean, if Doodoo Jump comes back, meaning Kevin Durant, if he comes back, OKC maybe has a little shot there, but you got Dallas, you got Portland, you got Houston. I don't think that could compete with them. I really don't.
I happen to agree with you in that. Like I said, I think it's going to be. But my thought was the Clippers. But this losing Blake Griffin and just watching the Clippers play, they still look like they just can't get it done. I thought the Clippers would be the real dark horse when it came to the Western Conference. Spurs, until the Spurs are really dead, they're still alive.
I agree. Pop could just turn that on any minute. I mean, they've been.
It's on right now. They're on a 6-game winning streak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt. They're dope right now.
So let's, like I said, we'll take a look and see what happens. And the Spurs are built. They're more built for the 7-game. I mean, against a team like, Golden State, they may be built in that veteranness and, that mental toughness that they have. It might be a little overwhelming for the young Bucks in their first appearance, that deep in the conference finals. So we'll have to evaluate when we get there. But I definitely see them maturing as this season has gone further.
All right. So going over to the ice, we got 3 games only, brother. And I think
dusty games.
I think I see one that you would like.
What's that?
I think I see one that you might like. Boston coming into Toronto. Or I'm sorry, Buffalo coming into Toronto.
I can't get down with that Maple Leaf team. I'm actually not going to mess with the ice tonight, as I don't really love anything here. I kind of would like the Rangers, but I know they played a hard-fought game last night against the Islanders, and then they went into Washington, which wasn't far, so that's no big deal. I don't know. Listen, there's too much college hoop on to be worried about the ice tonight.
Yeah.
Sorry, ice guys.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that tune in for the ice knowledge, kid. You know what I'm saying?
No, I know. But listen, I want to really get into this college tournament. I really want to watch these kids. I think I got a good feel for this. I really want to win these tournaments. I really want to make some serious money and get ourselves really tuned up going into next week so we can hit Vegas, get off the plane, get to the book, get to the bar.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And, I know this track kind of brings we're so excited all the time. We got so much, vibes going on and madness, but this track kind of calms me down a little bit so I can clear my head and get some plays going, kid. All right. So, just real quick, you got the 3 matchups. You got Buffalo coming to Toronto. Toronto minus 220. Buffalo plus 205 is the best you can find on sportsbetterstv.com. You got the Rangers and Capitals at the Capitals. Capitals minus 131. New York Rangers actually is an underdog plus 119. And you got the Anaheim Ducks going into Calgary. 134 is the juice on Anaheim, and you can get Calgary at plus 124. All right, Dream.
Yes.
So that's going to do it, man, for all that stuff. So why don't we close this thing out?
Well, hold on. Wait, because they want to talk about the NFL a little bit.
Oh, so yeah. Do that, yeah.
Can we dip over there and talk about the NFL?
Yes.
As the Eagles have decided to have a yard sale and get rid of all the pieces of the puzzle to go get a different type of piece. Don't really know what they're doing, guys, but in case you don't know, Jeremy Maclin is gone. He went to Kansas City. Shady McCoy is gone. He went to Buffalo. And now Nick Foles is gone as he's headed to St. Louis for Sam Bradford. Then they got, a 10th round pick that they're going to trade and try to get up because they want Mariota. I really hope that all of this gambling is worth it because that's a lot. That's a lot of loss.
It is, man. That's crazy. You know what I mean?
But
they got Bradford though. They brought Bradford in as a backup.
So he'll be great for that one game that he can play and then get injured and be out for the rest of the season. So that will help. At least that's one game that they could possibly be competitive in.
What would be cool is to kind of gauge the futures right now.
Yeah.
In the end, let's just take a look at that. I'm very interested to see what that's.
Take a look. I'm going to go over it. We had Revis go from the Patriots to the Jets. Guys, Revis, a talented cornerback, but Revis has spent a lot of time, with injuries. Revis is out for himself. I think this guy, him and his agent, as far as from a financial standpoint, have really played the NFL as much as possible and let you know how valuable a cornerback is. I'm about to start telling my kids, hey, you guys need to go start learning how to play corner right now. Because this guy, he's really gotten over in the NFL, moving from team to team to team. Don't really get why he would go back to the Jets other than he's always about his money. He does have his ring now. I like to be in a winning atmosphere at all times. I guess that's not the case with him. And he decided to go back to the Jets. So, hey, we wish him well there. And the other standpoint, we had Jeremy Maclin go from Philly over to Kansas City. Very interesting for Kansas City as they're picking up a pretty quality, wide receiver. I don't think Macklin's, awesome wide receiver, but he's a quality guy, precision wide receiver. Supposedly he runs really great routes. The Cowboys, the rumors are, and I don't know if you've heard it, and it's not like I heard it from like Dre Glazer or nobody, but I'm just saying what the rumors have been, the mumblings have been, is that the Cowboys, for some reason, think that they're going to get Adrian Peterson, which I don't know what they know, but what's been put out in the media, it doesn't look like that's happening. And I don't know why they wouldn't bring back Murray, who now is talking about, he may be going to the Eagles, and his other 2 options, which I hope that he's on the phone with his agent right now saying, I am not going to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I am not going to the Oakland Raiders because I want the rest of my career to be productive. So hopefully he won't do that. But, maybe in the end, the Cowboys end up finding a way to get him, which I would not be surprised with it at all. But that's a very interesting situation that they've got going on with him. Other trades of note, the San Francisco 49ers picked up Torrey Smith, but then they let a couple other guys go, which I get, but I don't get. Patrick Willis is retired for them, which was another surprising development for me. Also, we haven't talked about Jimmy Graham leaving Seattle. Great acquisition for Seattle. Jimmy Graham going to Seattle. Don't know what New Orleans is doing. Don't know who Breeze is going to throw to. I mean, yeah, he's got he's going to have those receivers that he can do it, but that was his go-to guy. I don't know if they feel like maybe he was too, dependent on him and decided to move him, but that is a big acquisition for Seattle. It now makes them a major player. Not that they weren't already, but I think that's a huge acquisition for them.
Definitely.
They might want to add. I still think Seattle needs a good wide receiver. I don't know who that would be at this point. We did talk in Twitter a little bit about my man Brandon Marshall going to the Jets. I think that is a horrible trade. Yes, the Jets now get a guy that can go downfield, but he's more of a possession receiver. His speed isn't really all that where it should be, where guys are respecting him there. But you got a quarterback in the Jets who he's still green, and I don't necessarily know if he's even good. And Brandon Marshall's not really the greatest guy in the locker room,
right,
in a volatile situation. I believe that's going to be a mess by like week 3. You guys know how the New York media is. I don't know what the Jets are thinking. I don't know why they got him, but hey, they got a guy there getting paid 6 figures to make those decisions. I'm getting paid nothing to talk about it. So hey, what do I know?
Yeah, you know what, and Dominic and Sue going to the Miami Dolphins for all that money. I'm on the fence with it, and I'm a Dolphins fan. I don't like the idea of paying somebody like that all that money for a defense.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, because their defense is halfway decent.
It's solid already.
It's already. Maybe they're trying to make it a marquee defense, but I would have loved to have gotten Jimmy Graham over him any day. That was what I was hoping.
Or maybe you guys should have tried to get Nick Foles too.
Yeah, right. 'Cause, I'm not a big Tannehill fan. Period. You know what I mean? That's why I haven't asked you for a jersey. You know what I'm saying?
Of other trades of note, we had Julius Thomas go to the Jacksonville Jaguars, so we could say goodbye to him being relative in the NFL. We had Frank Gore move over to the Indianapolis Colts, which Frank Gore, we don't know how many miles that he has left, as he does have high miles on him, but very interesting pickup. If he is productive, and that the Colts obviously throw the ball before they pass, so they'll use him sparingly, and it very well may work out for them. So, I think that's going to be a positive situation for him there. I'll give them some ups for that.
Yeah.
What do you think about that one?
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. It just gives Andrew Luck another option. You know what I mean?
I would have just thought that, the Colts would have been – imagine McCoy on the Colts, though.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That would have been stupid. You know what I'm saying? They would have –
you got a big panel there of guys, that make these decisions. And, some of them make good decisions and some of them don't. But,
right.
For the most part, there's a method behind everybody's madness.
And then now the Colts, I'm almost positive. I believe in I'm looking here, but it didn't say it for sure. But I thought the Colts also got Andre Johnson yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
All right, I think I'm almost positive. Guys, don't take it in stone, but I think that they got Andre Johnson. Which, if they pick up Andre Johnson, it makes me scratch my head as to why they let Reggie Wayne go. So that's puzzling to me, as I think that's like replacing a guy kind of with the same kind of guy almost. I don't know. Maybe there's less money involved. I don't know what it is. But if they picked up Andre Johnson and they let what's his name? Reggie Wayne go, it doesn't make sense to me. But whatever. I guess they know what they're doing. And that's pretty much it.
All right, cool, man. Great breakdown, brother. Great breakdown on that one. So, and that's going to make the futures jump all over the place too, guys. So, because a lot of people will go in and, bet maybe, go lay more on Seattle now because they got Jimmy Graham or, I even see the Dolphins went down on one book all the way to 40-1 with Sue coming in, which was crazy because they were like 60-1 before that. So, I don't know.
And speaking of futures, yesterday, I'm going to go back to college basketball today. Yesterday, I put in a parlay with 2 futures, and I put in Duke to win the ACC tournament, and I parlayed it with Villanova to win the Big East tournament, as I think those are the 2 safest. Kentucky was minus $500, and which I thought was no value, as somebody would say. So,
no, you know what? They went down to 3.25 though when I looked at it.
Did they?
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, but I know it was heavy. I mean, I obviously think they're going to win their tournament, but I got enough vested in them just to stay undefeated and win the whole thing. So I didn't feel like that they were necessary to add in. So I just ran with Duke and Villanova and to win their tournaments in a parlay, as I think that's probably the most. Those are probably the most sure shot wins that you can get, even though the Duke one's not a shoe-in either. I think Villanova, I honestly, if somebody beats Villanova in that Big East, I'll be shocked.
Definitely.
I
think it's a good parlay. And what you could do too is you could actually, start it with that and leave it open for, for other big plays that you like. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
if you guys want, right. I closed mine. I only did those 2, but if you want, yeah, you're right. You can leave it open. I didn't think the other ones were as easy as those 2, but those are mine. But like I said, with Duke, I mean, you got, NC State's floating over there, and you got North Carolina floating over there, and Duke, to me, Villanova, like I said, I'd be shocked. Duke, I could see somebody sneaking Duke maybe on a bad day for Duke. I mean, it is going to be tough, but on a bad day, you could probably sneak Duke.
And there's another thing I want to point out to you guys as well. You can also bet the field. So you can actually pick a team that you think is absolutely not going to win the tournament. And you could actually bet against them. So it would basically be any other team. So if you got 12 teams in the division and or in the conference, or rather, you could actually bet all 11 teams except for that team. Now, if you start going, away from the favorites, you start doing underdogs, the spread goes, heavier and heavier as far as, you got to lay more juice and whatnot. But you could actually
like doing that. Well, I actually kind of like that. I was almost ready to do that with Kansas because I don't think Kansas is winning their conference, especially with Perry Ellis being injured, and I don't know when he's supposed to come back. But I don't know about. I mean, I don't even know if Kansas had him in if they're winning their conference.
No, you definitely, when you win these conferences, you get in, period. That's
No. I mean, I don't know if Kansas was going to win their conference even if Perry Ellis was playing with them.
I got it. All right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep. Okay. All right, so we'll take a look at that. I'm gonna put those plays in today as well, but I did do one yesterday and kind of pissed at myself because I got it at, well, it's not my fault, but I got it at plus 1,000. I took Kent State to win their respective division, at their respective conference, rather. I keep saying division. And it jumped to plus 1,200 after I did that. I was like, man. So take a look at Kent State as well because, I mean, they got, go ahead.
Whatchamacallit's reporting that Meeks isn't playing. I just saw it on ESPN. Hold on. Let me go back. Where was I just at? It just said UNC to beat without Meeks for ACC opener, so he's not playing today.
Okay, so they should be releasing the line really soon then.
Yeah.
Take a look at sportsbetterstv.com, guys. Click on the odds on NCAA. What we do is we surf, 10 different sports books to find the best lines. And the minute one of them has it, you'll see it on here. Okay, so you're not just left to, your one book to wait for the lines there. You can look at our website and we'll show you where it is so you can get an idea of what it is. And if you click on the line, like I said, it'll bring you right to the book where you can take the play. So, all right, Dream, that's pretty much it, dude. We got a hell of a show today, man.
No doubt, man. A lot of information. Hopefully it was positive. Hopefully it's good. I hopefully gave you a couple of slight leans that work out like we tend to do here pretty regularly. And yeah, it was a great show today, man. I liked it.
All right, cool deal, man. So what are you looking at, man? You're looking at Oregon State.
All right, you guys, the Oregon State's late night. Wait for me to get back on that, and I will put something out on Twitter, my 6 o'clock time that I usually get busy with you guys. As far as the early lean, before you may not get anything from me, the early lean was Nebraska to beat Penn State.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm betting that game or not. I'm on the fence. I'm going to take a look at it. I've already bet NC State. They're in a money line parlay that's got an open spot. NC State has already been bet. I bet it yesterday. So I'm definitely taking NC State. So if you guys want to get down with that, you can. They're in a money line parlay. There's an open spot. I'm not sure who I'm going to close it with. But I have a small lean on Nebraska early. Don't know if I'm going to play it or not. It's a lean, guys. The game plan was to close out the open parlay with North Carolina. I'm going to go back and take a look at that again. I'm pretty sure I'm still going to do it depending on what the spread is. I'm going to probably do that. And then late night, I do like this Oregon State team as I think that them +3 is a mistake. I think it's a big mistake. I think they're gonna win on the court.
3.5 right now.
Yeah, they're +3.5. I think they're gonna win on the court. I'm almost thinking I'm gonna money line them. That's how confident I am in them. Well, you know what? It'll depend on if I win my earlier stuff, then I'll be really feeling myself. So I may take them on the money line as well. I also have small leans on Seton Hall and Mississippi State today as well in college basketball. So you guys can get involved with that.
All right, and or if you were to do a Nebraska Oregon State teaser, man, that'd be pretty clutch.
Yeah, that would be pretty dope. You're right.
You know what I mean? Right. We get what 7 and 8 points. 7. We probably get 9.5 with Oregon State, or maybe 8.5 there, and maybe we get 7 with Nebraska. I think that's clutch right there.
That is pretty clutch. I might would throw in Seton Hall in it as well and make it a 3-teamer. But I don't really like the 3 teams. You guys know I like the 2 teams. But yeah, it's something to work on. The only problem with Nebraska is they're early. They're at 4:30, and I tend to. That's like my gym time. So who knows if I'm going to be involved in that game or not. I also did have a small lean on Clemson as I thought they were better than Florida State. I'm not recommending you play it, but if you are, that's who I would lean towards. I'm not playing it. My money's not on it, but good luck if you get down with it. As far as the NBA was concerned, I don't think that I'm playing any NBA tonight, but we did mention that we liked I did like the Clippers plus points. So the Clippers might get at it with Oregon State as well and get them plus even more. End up having the Clippers like plus 14, which I definitely think they can cover that. And you also might want to get involved with either the Golden State Warriors, who I think should win no problem, or the Portland Trail Blazers. Didn't really like any of the ice, but the Rangers, if you want to get involved with them, it's possible. But I didn't really love it, so I wasn't having any leans on that side.
If you want to close out any money line parlays you guys got going on, I think you're pretty safe. If you want to play it really, really safe,
yep,
you could probably get Golden State in there just to close it out.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good point. That's a good point. You know what? That's an excellent point.
I mean, the payout is not. It's going to be like if you have a 3-teamer, it's going to pay.
I don't sweat that.
Yeah, it's going to pay just a touch over what the 2-teamer does, but hey, it's you're basically getting your money out. Of that. So that's it, man. And I'm taking a look at it, and I like your leans, brother. I think I'm feeling Nebraska. I really do. I mean, I'm gonna be pissed at myself if they lose, though.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? That's kind of one of those plays. So it'll probably be a light play. I liked NC State. I think I gave them out as a sleeper on the SBR video as well. Yep. Also, this Oregon State, I don't know much about this, so I'm going to investigate it further, and I'll hit you up on the text. And then we'll see. Maybe we'll have a little consistent play going on later on, brother.
Okay.
All right. What you got to shout out?
Hey, just want to shout out my team for all their support, all the guys getting down with us, all the guys with the retweets. Thank you guys so much. Basically, the crew, you guys all know who you are. The kids out there, Louis Barrios, Maxwell 48, Johnny Flipoff, Tony Enab, Sir Mata, JCP Sports, Dante, Wicked Odds, Vince Parker, Urban, Vegas Girl, 92661, Nonstop Sports Picks, Oscar, Yippa 82, Maddie Fresh, Philly Picks, PH, Gustavo, APB, Sports to Chin. Hey, guys, a few of you guys have been hitting me up with the on the DM tip with talking back and forth, and some of you guys, I try to get back with you, but we got other stuff going on. Jim, kids. I got 2 little crazy little boys that drive me insane. They demand my attention when they're around, and I try to give it to them as much as possible because I can't get their years back.
Yep.
And so, I try to communicate with you guys when I can. Please, my apologies if I don't get back to you as fast as I should. I know a lot of guys ask me for opinions on games. I'll go in there and look, and games have already started, and I really feel bad about it. But I got another life. That's why I try to give out as much information as I can on this show as possible. Also, thanks to my man Dank, BK, Almighty Kev, Deeks Picks, Papa Smurf, Dave Wood over there at $sign Sports, Clown Man Swag. Thank you for your contributions. Razor Ramon, G Rose, my boy Jay Rich, the mayor as well. Or like I said, Irvin, Yato, Bookie Spheros is out there, and my boy Papa Smurf, Sylvia. Total Sports Edge, Guy Shea, Clownman Swag, Buster Carr, P for Prez, Razor Ramon, Jay Smith, Randy Lockhart, Cash Action Bets, Sir Mata, Philly Picks, Jim Rome is a douche, Nonstop Sports Picks, James Harrelson, Snoopy Bets, Rigetti, Real Picks. Guys, if we missed you, we're sorry. We'll catch you another day. You know how we feel about you. Love you to death. I am the dream. Always remember who you with. Make the most of each and every day because you can never get this time back.
All day long, man. And I want to reiterate the same thing you did, man. Listen, guys, I do the best I can to get back to everybody, all right? I'm working really hard. We got Vegas coming up. It's taking a lot of work out of my day. I got full, real life coming at me. Barely have time to do homework on the games sometimes. So I'm doing the best I can to get back to everybody on Twitter. If I don't right away, please, it's not that I'm ignoring you. It's just that we are inundated right now. We're doing everything we can to be personable and get back to everybody. But that doesn't mean we don't love you, man. That's all I got to say about that. But big ups to Lou Dog out there, soccer's finest, Vegas Bank. Woodbine fan is coming to Las Vegas. Bada Flocka. Cover that spread. Justin Collins, AZ Wildcats coming to Las Vegas. Rue, Tip Talker, Jason Riley, Eddie E, Jay Cass, Slim Daddy Wins, Weston A, Andy Mack is coming to Las Vegas. A lot of these guys are coming to Las Vegas. I got to really look at the spreadsheet to figure out who's who here. Ben Stacks. Let's see. Dollar Easy. I want to say that's how you pronounce that name. Marlins out there. The Odds Hustle. Immaculate. Julio Prado. Face Kicker. Spot Bet. Direct Sports Solution, guys, and the list goes on and on. Thank you very much for retweeting our show. Thank you very much for supporting us each and every day, 7 days a week. We're on at 9 o'clock during the week and 10 o'clock on the weekends. But next week, the schedule is going to change when we're in Las Vegas. We will let you know when we will be going live on the air. Most of you guys are going to be right there with us when we're on the air. But for the people that can't make it out there, we will make sure that we are on the airwaves for you as well. Hey, guys,
real quick, I'm sorry. One quick soccer play. My man Luis Barrios gave out. He's taking – it's a 3:45 start. Oh, jeez. I can't read what it is. It's in Germany. It's whoever Sheikh Tar. Whoever Sheikh Tar is playing is going to beat them. Sorry, I don't have the whole information.
Sheikh Tar.
It's on my iPad, and it ripped it. But Sheikh Tar is playing somebody. It's in Germany. It's got a 3:45 start. Guys who know soccer know what I'm talking about. So if you guys want to retweet it for me and tell people who Sheikh Tar is playing, SHAKHTAR. Whoever they're playing is going to beat them tomorrow. I don't know who it is, and I'm sorry, but I'm just trying to, give you guys as much information as I can.
All day long, guys. All right, so we are the biggest show in the world, Sports Bettors TV and SportsBettorsTV.com. We've been adding some more stuff to the website, guys, so take a look at it. Some guides. I think we're going to do some more stuff, some more literature on there, sports betting 101 kind of thing, the basics, what's a money line, what's a teaser, how to hedge, stuff like that. I think that would be really important to get on the website, Dream. So,
yes,
we're gonna be doing that probably when we're on the plane in Las Vegas. We're going to be writing some of this stuff up to get on the website because we got a long flight ahead of us. So I think it's a perfect time to do that. So with that said, guys, we are the biggest show in the world. We have the best friends and fans out there in the hashtag SBTVNation. We love you to death. Go out there, go easy, but get that money. Let's go.
Peace.